In Rockingham County, New Hampshire, Conservation Officer James Benvenuti patrols the state's 18 miles of coastline.
So all the lobsters are kind of moving their way back inshore now. They end up coming into these tide pool areas, shedding their shells. Makes for easy pickings for people who are trying to poach them. It's cool having kids and stuff see lobsters in tide pools. What we don't want to have happen is people, picking them up, taking them home, and boiling them up. You got to have licenses to do it. Most of the ones in these tide pools are well under the size limits. And just because you have a short lobster that's short by 1/8 of an inch, that lobster could still be 2 years away from maturity. Gonna head around Newcastle, see if there's anybody doing any illegal tide pooling, if you can believe it. This is where it happens usually. All these lobsters can crawl right in here and hide in all these rocks, and you can even see the traps that are set right in those little pockets. A bunch of kids and families, it looks like, out here just doing some tide pooling, which is cool. I used to do it when I was a kid. I loved taking my nieces and nephews out here to go look at the critters. You don't usually see people tide pooling with a cooler, though. That's new. I see 2 people, they're into the water up above their knees, and one of them's got a dip net. Watched him scoop something out, and then he just put it into like a lunch cooler. What that guy did right there by picking up that lobster trap is actually a criminal offense. I can just about assure you that if there was a bug in there, he'd have taken it out. This gets you kind of fired up right now. These lobsters may be 2 or 3 years old. It takes a lobster between 5 and 7 years to get to an age when they can reproduce. So to have people just picking them up like this they can really do some damage. Obviously, we don't have the problem with people checking them out, flipping over rocks, looking at them, showing kids. If they're gonna leave with them, that's where we have a really big problem. Just waiting for them to pick up that cooler and to head back to the car. As soon as they do that, I'm gonna kind of beat feet around that tide pool. Really easy for them to just dump everything out in that cooler once they see me. I'm sure once they see me, they're gonna know something's wrong. And it's pretty easy to figure out that whatever's wrong is in their cooler. Picking it up and off they go.
Hey guys, you're with the red cooler! Fishing game, do not dump that out! Hey, with the red cooler, stop right there! The lobsters you were taking in the tide pool, I want to talk to you about them. How many you got in the cooler? Yeah, where are they? Where are they? You just dumped them out in the rock, show them to me right now. I'm gonna put you under arrest. You're getting arrested for taking lobsters without a license. You're getting arrested for messing with somebody's lobster trap.
I was touching it to see what's in it.
10 by 50 binoculars, man. I can see what's in between your teeth. Where are they? Help yourself out and give me a reason not to put you under arrest and show me those lobsters.
I can't have fun at the beach.
Where are they? Just show me where they are.
Dude, I don't know. Lobsters scatter with wildlife. They go. I'm not trying to be rude to you. I'm not trying to...
Yes, you are. You are being extremely rude to me, and you're treating me like I'm an idiot, which is not going to help you.
This is far from over at this point. This is absolutely an arrestable offense. He was disobeying a conservation officer. I watched him haul another person's lobster trap, and he's lobstering without a license, all criminal offenses.
Fishing game 6-2 to Rock. Can I have a rye unit respond to one of the pull-offs just south of Odin Point, the Science Center? You have until that police car shows up before I put you in handcuffs. Come on, come follow me in. You came right up through here. What rocks did you dump them off in? These ones right here? Like all these little lobsters right here. Those look about right. Do you want to deal with this with a ticket, or do you want to deal with it in handcuffs? All right, then are these your lobsters?
Yeah, sure. I had a red cooler and
okay.
I was going to play with them.
All right, man. What was the plan with them?
To show people.
To show people. To show people that you guys can catch lobsters?
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure what they're doing with these lobsters. People don't bring 20 lobsters back to show their friends. They bring 1 or 2. I can charge them one way or another, but they can help themselves out by being honest with me. 21, 22, 23 short lobsters. All right, you got 23 short lobsters there. You also have taking lobsters without a license, which is a criminal offense. Those lobsters are 4 or 5 years away from being mature enough to be able to take.
destroys the population if we let people keep these little lobsters. So here's the deal. I take it neither of you have a New Hampshire lobster license.
Obviously.
Obviously not. All right. Work with me, guys, and I'll work with you. All right.
That's all I want. That's 20 years old.
All right. I'm gonna grab those lobsters. I'm gonna take the cooler. All right.
Here you go.
How you doing? Can you mind just keeping an eye on these guys for a minute or two? I'm parked over at the science center. I just didn't trust that they weren't gonna bolt when I went back to get my truck.
Yeah. No, not a problem.
Thanks, man. All right, thank you, appreciate it. Once we take all the photographs and everything that we need, we can return them back to the water, still help these little guys thrive. When we catch somebody with a short lobster, they're short by maybe a quarter of an inch, something like that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but these growth rates of these lobsters are so small, now that could be the difference of a year or two. These lobsters here today were 5 or 6 years away from maturity. You know, they never had a chance to breed and enhance the population at all, and taking these really damages that resource. Him and I are gonna have a date in court together because what just transpired was completely unacceptable when approached by a law enforcement officer. Every lobster that he dumps out is a separate misdemeanor after he's told not to dump it out. It's $93 per short lobster, and every single one of those are short. 23 of them. That's a lot of money in fines. So let's see if they cooperate. I don't think they came down here to take lobsters, but they definitely took advantage of the opportunity when it presented itself. So they're both the exact same. The only thing that's different on is their names, right? Right now, they're getting 1 ticket apiece for a short lobster and a must-appear court date. They're going to be served additional violations on that court date, and depending on how much remorse they show and how honest they are with me the rest of the way, maybe I can work with them later. We have a court date that you have to show up with, all right? If you want to take responsibility stuff, maybe we can knock some of it back as well. All right, you're all set to go.
Hopefully I don't see you guys again.
All right, sounds good, man. See ya. I don't think these guys understood what they were doing at the time. Hopefully a little bit of education today and again at court will kind of get it through their head how serious we take this and how serious it is. Right now, I'm basically processing all my evidence by measuring it, photographing it, and then at the end of it all, let them go. We're protecting the resource first and foremost, but we're also helping out the commercial fishing industry. They're basically stealing from a lot of hardworking fishermen's livelihoods by doing this. If I can get through this without getting latched onto by reaching into that cooler, I'm gonna be doing something right. Gonna bring them down to the water and set them free.